Welcome back. We're about to enter Charlotte's Web.
Well, what tangled webs we have
What
woven.
tangled? Whoa, it's got a little nutsack.
In the menu, we realize, guess this is the Mandela Hotel. Hit the back key again. There's something about Mandela. Oh, Hotel Mandela is a note.
Food.
So there's these videos on YouTube called the Mandela Effect.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the most common things people always like. Well, first of all, the Mandela Effect is something. It's an experience you have like when you're remembering something from your childhood that you vividly remember, and you swear on everything that you.
Yeah, you know what it is, but then someone else is like, no, it's actually this.
Yeah, exactly. Like the most common one is Bernstein bears,
Mm-hmm.
which everybody I think remembers it that way. But if you look at it now, it's Bernstein bears. Bernstein bear, whatever.
Steen and Stain.
Berenstain
and Berenstain.
Well, what's funny is there's actual products.
Yeah, no, there's an actual like issue of the book, or one of the first ones or something,
Where it's Stain.
It's Stain, yeah.
And that kind of like just stuck with everybody. But no, I just thought it'd be something weird to mention, like just because Mandela was up there. But we're here. We're getting close to the end of the game. We're looking for the Black Widow killer.
You know what I'm gonna actually do if I got the money? I do. I'm going to upgrade the thing.
One.
My little guy. This.
Oh.
Just so I'm
They're
not walking from corner to corner trying to pixel hunt. H.H. Holmes is the guy that built a hotel to kill people during the World's Fair.
Yeah, he had like secret rooms and stuff. He would like go into the person's room at night, take them, put them in a secret room, and then just have his way.
He had like gas chambers, and he would hire contractors to build certain areas, like hidden walls and corridors, and then he would kill them and put them in the walls. And this is back in like 1915, I think, before really DNA or anything like that was like used. So before we had DNA, and so it was really easy to get away with murder. And he got away with a lot of it.
Did you see the theory about H.H. Holmes being Jack the Ripper?
Jack the Ripper, yeah. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, they were around at the same time.
I mean, I do believe Jack the Ripper did get to the U.S. at some point. Because he kind of disappeared. He disappeared.
It's weird when a serial killer just disappears, like the Zodiac killer. Just... do you hear about the guy that they caught recently?
Mm-mm.
Some dude, homeless guy, has, I think, the most confirmed murders out of anyone in history.
Really?
And they just called him like a couple months ago. He was this homeless guy, and he beat everyone to death with his bare hands. He only killed, I think, black prostitutes.
What?
He was a black guy, but because I think he knew that if he killed white women, he would be found a lot quicker. Which is true, which is sad, but it's true. Like, no one's gonna like really do the research. I mean, because first off, he knew he could get away with killing black people and prostitutes. Like, no one is gonna look for them. And he got away with, and he has a photographic memory. So he was able to, basically the way they confirmed all of his kills was he would draw his victims, and then they would cross-reference them with
the missing persons.
With missing persons, and he knew most details about them. And because there's some killers, like once they're caught, they want to up their numbers, so they're like, oh yeah, I killed 100 people, but maybe half of those, or not even half, but maybe like a small fraction of those are true. But with this guy, he like was able to pinpoint who he killed, and they've confirmed basically what he's doing is he gives them like a few names at a time, and then goes back to prison, And then whenever he starts getting bored and he wants a vacation, he calls him up and he's like, hey, I remembered a few more people. Because, you know, they give him, like, coffee and cigarettes and stuff for him to tell. So, like, whenever he starts to feel kind of like, I don't want to be in prison, they give him, like, a vacation. So, he has 53 confirmed kills. But he says that he's done at least 90.
Damn.
And they're thinking he's just going to keep
stretching
it out so he can get stuff from him. Am I supposed to be doing something here?
Yeah, you gotta find her.
Oh.
Well, it's like Pee-wee Gaskins and all of them. Do you know the Pee-wee Gaskins one?
Oh, what's that one?
He's pretty much like this dumb, like, one of like the dumbest criminals. Like, he would take people out.
Oh, huge guy.
No, tiny guy.
Oh, okay.
That's why I call him Pee-wee.
Well, there was one guy. There was one guy that was this very large man, and during an interview, he said something. The guy that was interviewing him said something that he didn't like, and you see his like facial expression, just like.
You almost made me mad.
I know. What made you mad about that?
I don't know, but you almost did.
And it was just like, you can tell, like, the guy's still trying to do the interview, but you can tell he's like pissing himself because this guy will do it, and he's done it. I think it was the Icebox Killer. I think was his name.
Ah, yeah.
You know who I'm talking about? The last podcast on the left.
Yep.
That's such a good one, Henry.
And then the Ed Kemper and all them.
Yep.
Too.
Yep. I still need to watch
Mindhunters.
Yep. But yeah, what were you saying about Pee-wee?
No, he was just he was just like this tiny country guy just killing people, and then he would kill like people he was associated with too, but like he just didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
And then most of the time he just killed people just to kill people, but like he would talk up like, oh, I killed blah 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 and this guy, and they're like, no, you only killed like these people. And then he'd be like, oh yeah. But yeah, if you want to look up Pee-wee Gaskins, he's a weird looking guy. Well, most of them are too, like Richard Ramirez and all them.
Came out looking too butch and looking a little too much like Richard Ramirez.
in Joe Dirt.
Wait, didn't Henry make fun of that
yes,
guy? Okay, yeah. He's
I may be 4 feet.
Yeah. I may be 3 foot tall and fit in a shoebox, but I'll rip you up. Yeah.
That's it. Right in front of me.
Yeah, he was actually from South Carolina.
Oh, fun.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he bragged about he killed more than 100 people. Oh, and then he killed a guy with a homemade bomb in prison.
Fun. This boss fight isn't great.
Nah, it's annoying.
I don't like boss fights where you're running back and forth. And yet, I play Monster Hunter. Have you ever played a Monster Hunter?
Nope. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of
Run.
backtracking and most JRPGs.
Not a JRPG.
No, but I'm saying in general.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like anything, I have to backtrack. And the sad part is I play WoW. So
Yeah, I was
it's
about
like,
to say.
yeah.
I didn't want to say it, but I was going
Yeah.
to.
I think the main reason in WoW is because the main reason I do a lot of backtracking is the experience you get, and also you're constantly grinding to get to where your friends are at, so you can do what your friends are doing. That's a burn mark.
Oh. Okay.
So it's like if you're not max level, you can't do what your friends are doing.
Oh, she was over here.
So like if I don't do backtracking, I'm gonna be playing WoW by myself.
I mean, that's how I played WoW.
Yeah.
I think that's why I got bored with it. No, Monster Hunter is great because you are this tiny little man, and you track and hunt a monster. Like, you know, you've got to. It's not just like you run in. Like, you don't level up in that game. You're human from the beginning, and you beat the game as a human. What are you shooting at? Oh. But you have to like eat meals and like prepare before every every boss, before like every big fight, and you have to make sure you have the right gear, and it's a fun game.
Yeah,
and you're not backtracking; you're tracking. Like,
yeah, but I mean, you're still grinding out like materials to make your
yeah,
armor
yeah.
sets.
But it's not as bad as it used to be, where you had to fight them like 50 times. It's I'd say like 3 times could get you any like all the gear you would need. Like 3 fights if you do them right. You can per monster you can get the materials you need.
Ray, Winston, come in. You there?
Which as you get stronger, those monsters become just like
On the 13th floor.
nothing.
Shut it down. PKE levels are back to
so funny. Like the first Anjanath you fight, it took me like 40 minutes to kill it,
Yeah.
and then now I can kill one in like 2
Looks
minutes.
like we're back in the Ruby Ballroom. We'll meet you at Ecto 1.
Yeah, which is Borderlands for me right now is pretty much my my backtracking game and farming.
I liked the first one, but that game had a lot of. I think the problem I had with it was the problem I had with WoW, where it's like you accept every mission in a town, and then it's like go to this dungeon, and you go to the dungeon and you do every quest you can, but then when you go back, you turn those in, and someone's like, "Oh, fight this boss in this same dungeon. Go back to it." Like I didn't like that, and I think the worst part of that was around level 20 in the first Borderlands. There's the cave near the town that's surrounded by that big metal wall. It's kind of like the hub town. Right as you're leaving like the starting area, and it's like all crystals. You collect crystals from it.
Yeah.
You have to shatter crystals, and there's like scorpion guys. That is where I fall off of that game every single time. I've beaten it multiple times, but that's the part where I'm like, do I want to do this again? Paranormal Activity. But yeah, because it's so repetitive. It's just like the dungeon's not great, and
Yeah.
I fell off of Borderlands 2 really hard.
I think that's mostly every game for me right now. Like if there's not like a new element or like if there's not new content or anything, I'm gonna fall off of it pretty hard. Like I'll play WoW when an expansion or an update comes out, but like as soon as I'm done with that content, I'm kind of just like done with it. You know? Like yeah, I could keep doing dailies and rap and all this and that, but like at the end of the day, it's like, oh well, I'll still be able to get this later. You know, like this is gonna be here, but I really wanted just to do this stuff while it was new and fresh and with a group versus just me trying to do it later by myself.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Good work.
I wonder how long you would have been stuck on that.
Well, I mean, it's different because we're talking and playing.
Yeah.
I knew I had to do something with the crane, but... Oh, hi.
Yeah, I think you're on the Forgotten Island right now.
Is this the graveyard level you were talking about?
No, that's the next.
$3 million view.
With the last level?
Yep. Hit that red thing up there. Hmm?
That?
Yeah. Not with that. Silly goose. No. Yep. Didn't. Oh, well, the only Final Fantasy I think I beat during the PlayStation era.
Why did I shoot that?
Just to see what it would do.
Oh.
The only one I was able to beat was 9.
Oh, okay.
And my friend would play 7 all the time, so I mean I've seen a lot on 7, but I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea.
But what was sad was like I could get into 9, but 7 for some reason was
So you've never played a Persona game?
nope.
Those, if it's more of just like wanting to have like a good story, because that turn-based is pretty fun because it's more fast-paced. Because basically what happens is every enemy in the game has a like elemental weakness, and if you exploit that, and if you're able to like
Balance your team.
if you're able to like let's say there's like a thing that's like weak to ice. If you use an ice move on it, it'll get knocked down. You do like a crit on it, it'll get knocked down, and then you get to go again.
Ah.
So you can kind of like, you can defeat the entire like thing in one turn.
Huh. Yeah, I couldn't get into that.
And
or
boss
just-
fights have unique mechanics with them too.
What was it, Disgaea? The one with
Yeah.
is that the one with the penguin and the vampires or
Yes.
whatever? Yeah.
I didn't play that one either.
Yeah, that's made by Atlas, I think.
Is it? I thought it was made by. No, I thought that was Capcom. I don't think
Yeah, Atlas had a lot of RPG.
Atlas does Persona, Fire Emblem. I love Atlas.
Well, what's crazy is I don't like turn-based, right? But I played the hell out of Advance Wars.
Weird.
Yeah, and like tactic games, can I get into them?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of. I think as far as the only like kind of tactical game I played Fire Emblem a bit, but it wasn't my favorite. But I really liked Valkyria Chronicles. You ever play that?
Nope.
That's a turn-based shooter
Ah.
where you aim actually makes a difference. So like if you aim for the body, and it even shows how many shots it takes to kill the thing you're shooting at. If you aim for the head, it does the. It's kind of like XCOM.
Mm-hmm.
It's like XCOM.
Check this joint.
Where,
Wish I couldn't get into.
There's
either.
That is definitely the place.
XCOM was a little too RNG for me. It felt like even when I had like 70% like hit rate, it seemed to always fail. And I don't like games where I have to constantly reload a save because something screwed up.
Yeah, just I guess it's just RPGs in general. Like, the most recent ones that I spent time with was the Fallout series.
Yeah. So as long as it's not turn-based.
If it's not turn-based, if it's hack and slash, I'll play it. Like Kingdoms of Amalur,
I was about to say Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. I couldn't get into Kingdom Hearts either. I know a lot of people love that game, but I think it's just too slow. Like, just for me, like attention span.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of. But Ansem died. But this is his shadow.
Yeah, and I'm
it's a
just
lot
like,
of that.
can we just hurry up? Can I find Mickey? Oh, so I played I had the HD remastered. So I know I can't get into them, but I still own them. But
Of Kingdom Hearts?
yeah, so I remember playing the first game.
Yeah.
And I have to find the one dude, like, after you save the chick, or the chick's going, I forget, but you're on the island, you have to run around.
Oh, so you're talking about the first
yeah, the first part.
first hour.
Yeah, so I was running around the island. It's like, go talk to him so you can leave the island. Go talk to him so you can leave the island. I ran around the island for almost an hour looking for him to talk to, and then I'm like, I ran past him, not even kidding, probably like 30 times.
He's on the beach.
Yeah, well, he wasn't on the beach. He was right next to the cave. Like, when you go.
Oh,
over to
that
the
little
right-
cave, yeah.
Yeah. He's like on the right of it, and I'm just like, you son of a bitch! Like, why isn't there like a giant? Like, oh, he's right here. Like, click him.
Yeah, the first Kingdom Hearts was definitely like something new. Kingdom Hearts 2 is really good though. 3, whatever. But Kingdom Hearts 2 is such a good game. It's really fast paced. I would say you might actually like 2. And with the way the story is in Kingdom Hearts, like, as much as I took the time to understand that story, it's not necessary to play it. What's that?
I think I might try it because I never played the second one.
Oh.
So I might just play the second one. And
Second one's good. Second one's good.
I think I got to in the first one. I got to the town. Met up with Donald and Goofy.
Okay, so you went to Traverse Town.
Yeah, and then
And you met him.
I did the Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, okay.
And then I did the Tarzan, but I
Yeah.
was stuck on the last part of the Tarzan because didn't kill him, but the Jaguar or whatever. I did that whole Jaguar thing.
Yeah, there's a mini boss. Yeah, the Jaguar fight is right in the open area with the thing in the middle, past the camp.
Yep.
And then once you fight him, you go a little bit further up and you fight the final boss.
Yeah, which is the the Heartless thing, right?
Yeah, it's a big chameleon with the bad guy from Tarzan. I don't remember his name.
With the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
the
it's,
poacher.
Yeah, the poacher. Yeah, and he gets that's when you first get the scan ability, and you can see the guy's health.
But yeah, I couldn't
And
get
then
to
the
him.
monkeys beat the shit out of him.
I couldn't get to it, so I just stopped playing.
Oh, so it wasn't that the game was slow, it's just that you're bad.
Yeah, like everything
I'm
was
kidding.
just even remastered. It just fucking.
Well, no, Remastered did nothing for
Yeah.
the first Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 2, though. That game is crazy, because you get these things called drive forms, and basically you get this, like, second meter that fills up, and they, it lets you have multiple Keyblades. So eventually, like, the final one, you hold two, or no, you have two Keyblades that float around you and spin, and you just, like, walk around, and it looks crazy. I'll show you a video of it after we record this, but, man, Kingdom Hearts 2 is so good, and it's so upsetting that Kingdom Hearts 3 was not great. It was decent, it just wasn't great. When you wait for a game for, like, 12 years, you kind of expect, you know, it to be a little better than what Kingdom Hearts 3 became. It's just kind of sad.
I was gonna say tether it.
Or
It's
make
definitely
it
how
go-
doors open.
Well, I thought it was it looks like it's one of those, like, slidey, like, it goes down to stop the water and it lifts up to drain, you know? Yeah.
Well, aim at that and then down at the.
You know what I
ground.
mean? Like a more
Yeah,
like,
like
a
a
gate. Yeah.
No.
Huh.
Think about how doors work. How do you swing a door open?
I mean, I did that. What the
It's-
fuck?
it's
I've
moving.
tried every direction.
No, you didn't. You're the least optimal door opening technique.
What are you talking about?
Tether here to here, and then see that's how a door would open.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. We'll
Yeah?
try with the stand up, stand back, and then try your proton, and then pull it, and then pull up.
Pull up?
Oh, it's the bar. There.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
how a door works. Oh my god. So I did have the right idea. It is like a gate.
But yeah, and I know there was
this way.
there was like 1,000 Kingdom Heart games on the
I think
3DS, PSP.
I think there's
PS.
7?
You can get all those on PS4 as well, right? Like with, or is it just like
for the
cutscenes?
most part. Well, yeah. So,
Dream Drop and
365 over 2 days. That's the full title. Whoa, what the fuck are you? 365 over 2 days is. I'm stuck. Is the DS game. That one is all cutscenes, but you're not really missing anything by playing it. It's not the best playing game. And then there was a PSP one. Or no, not PSP. There was another. Okay, so I'm trying to remember in the collection which ones are just the cutscenes. It's a Game Boy one, I think.
Birth by Sleep or whatever.
No, that's PSP. That's the full game is in. Okay, can you stop?
Dream Drop. Which one?
Dream
is-
Drop Distance is 3DS or maybe DS. Okay. Yeah, that was DS. That was. Okay, that shouldn't have. All right, we'll call it there and try. Oh, god damn it! We'll try these doors again in the next episode. Bye.